Welcome to Radio R. Very happy to have everyone here this week. It's been a interesting, busy, developmentally wise week. There have been some Z-commerce pushes that are wrapping up, getting ready to release all of this stuff here this week. Our contest coming up. We just wrapped up the Hash Rate podcast giveaway. I don't know if anyone was paying attention to that. But on the Hash Rate podcast, we ended up giving away another one of my personal Z9 minis. And we received about, we received over 10% new followers, probably about 13% increase in followers on Twitter. So that was wonderful to see. We're almost at 2,500 followers on Twitter, which in a bear market, is pretty good so far. So we're keeping that up, trying hard on that. Every day adding new people, interacting with good personalities. Definitely helps to spread people's awareness of what we're doing. So if you guys are out there in the wild on Twitter, be sure to interact and communicate with people about Pirate and ARRR. Hope everyone got a chance to listen to that podcast. It's one of my favorites so far. I will link it in the troll box in a second so you guys can listen afterwards. It's available on Spotify and on iTunes, so you guys can listen to it in the car or on the go as well. So yes, it's been a great week on social media for Twitter anyways. I saw a couple of fire memes last week from Cosius too. That was good. Always love those. He's doing a great job there. Always fun to see his work. The other thing I was busy with this week, it wasn't so much pirate stuff, but if you guys noticed, the Komodo Games dev channel has really lit up pretty crazy with this new dev that has been brought in. Last weekend, Mais of the Komodo team met this person at a meetup and brought them into the Komodo Discord. Then Mais and CryptoFist were chatting with them, and I was just very impressed with the communication style and the type of person that this guy seemed to be, Twilight Punkster. So I reached out and made a phone call, and we ended up speaking for about 2 hours last Wednesday night. My time, it was like 1 a.m. But it was a fantastic conversation. Really looking forward to what the guy is going to bring in terms of being able to activate and act upon and integrate this Komodo Games crypto conditions into actual beautiful, wonderful, playable games and demos and things that we can show other companies to build upon. So very excited about that. He's an interesting cat, and we got him on board with looking at Rogue CC, but instead he wanted to do something bigger, something more with more of a wow factor, something that was really going to impress people who saw it and realize that the technical capabilities of the CCs are far more advanced than just something simple as an 80s port ASCII Rogue game. So if you jump into the Dev Games channel in Komodo, you can see a bunch of screenshots he's been posting. Talk to him about it. He's looking for ideas. Feel free to provide any input. We really are open sourcing this first demo that I've got him working on. So, any ideas are great. Fantastic to hear. Love for you guys to see that too. Once we finish that, hopefully we'll be working on a 3D Rogue port that will be a complete and playable game. So, yeah, JL seems interested in it. He's still a little hesitant and skeptical, but the guy's got work done and impressed him so far, so let's see what we can keep doing there. Very excited about that. Someday, obviously, a pirate game is on the agenda. However, with crypto conditions and Z transactions right now, they're a challenge. However, I've been told by a very well-versed developer who may or may not be listening today that it could be possible. So when the Komodo team frees up a little bit, and just after this election, we will start pushing for ZCCs. So yeah, very excited for things that are coming up in the next few quarters here. I don't know if anyone saw. If you track your portfolio, Pirate had a nice little pump this past weekend. No idea where it came from, no idea what it was, but boom, we jumped like 50% over the weekend, and we held it. So that's awesome, because coins like Engine and Kyber, who pumped 2 to 3x, have not held it, and they're falling back down pretty hard. So very happy to see that. Maybe it's about the Z-commerce stuff coming up, maybe not, who knows. But that was fun to watch. In addition, I think as you noticed last week, we got listed on what to mine, and therefore, or the week before, so therefore the hash rate jumped. At some point, it was up to almost 120. So that's pretty cool. We're catching up on the Zencash hash rate, looking to pass that soon, which would put us at number 2. Very exciting on that. We've been on top of what to mine for at least a week. Let's take a look right now and see if we are still. So what to mine? Oh yeah, by 15% or more, we are the most profitable coin to mine on what to mine right now. We're about half of Zen's hash rate. We are twice Z Classic, and we are 2.5 times Komodo. So very good stuff, guys. Awesome to see. Huge volume day. So this weekend for digital price, record-breaking volume. I think in one or 2 days we did as much volume as they did the first few months. So very, very cool for them. Happy to provide that to them. They could use the boost in exposure and fees because they're trying to build out their exchange. So happy to help them out too. Next big thing that I am working on, we talked about it last week. We got the Z-commerce stuff coming up. So I've got a conversation today with Michael Tatangi after this call. We're going to iron out our giveaway. We're doing a referral program type giveaway for stores and the shoppers who refer them. And it's not just like a 50-cent giveaway, it's a couple bucks. And, if you look at today's prices. So we're excited to push this out. It'll be a 3-month long contest. We're trying to onboard any Shopify or WordPress shops that you guys know of. So keep track of that. On each shop that you refer, you'll be able to earn up to 2,000 ARRR and 100 Verus. This would be in 2 sections. The first section is to get the referral and get them to install it. And the second one would be to prove a type of transaction and to share it on social media to get the full bounty. So keep your eyes out for that coming up this week. Really excited to release that to the public because I think that's the best way to integrate these shops, especially if we're going to try to bring in shops who've never done e-commerce with crypto before, So we're going to create a nice and easy way for them to find some help, find communities to help them set these up, help with issues. So very much looking forward to that. And then going off of that, the notary nodes that Mr. Lynch and I are running for coming up in a couple months, very excited to do this. We have the opportunity to provide the Pirate project with some additional funding. Some of the other projects in the KMD ecosystem that have facilitated our state of being to this point are also going to receive some benefit. Every month we plan to donate 15% of our earnings to either Verus or KMD Labs or the Z-commerce adoption. So regarding that, Mr. Lynch is working on 2 pieces to this once the notary node elections are over. The first piece is a repository, an aggregation site for websites and users who accept cryptocurrency for payments. So we will list their websites, we'll facilitate advertising and marketing to the crypto community for them. We will eventually have a searchable repo where someone could go to the site, filter out the cryptos they want to spend, and in the search box type what they're looking for, and be provided with a list of all the stores where they can not only find the items they're looking for, but also pay in the cryptocurrency of their preference. So very, very cool on that. Been waiting for that moment since the first day I talked to JL about Pirate, really. I mean, that was one of my original goals. So legitimate Z-commerce platform. Very, very excited. Secondarily to that, Mr. Lynch is also working on a payment portal, payment protocol, a way to help shops that may not be familiar with crypto but still want to accept crypto, an API interface type setup that will allow ease of use for just about anyone. So that'll be a service that Mr. Lynch will be providing. He'll help them set up, he'll help them run it, he'll help them maintain it, and that's going to be part of the KMD Notary Node campaign as well, that he's helping push this commerce initiative, so this Z-commerce initiative. So with that said, the notary node's coming up. Start talking to people. If you know KMD holders or whales, we want to start letting them know about what we're doing and how we're going to help the project. Obviously, there's a lot of great notary node operators running, so we want everyone to have a fair chance, and we want you all to look at all of their projects as they get released in the next few days. But obviously, we're biased towards Pirate and all the work we've been doing for the ecosystem. Back to the ecosystem stuff and Pirate, working with Radix lately has been a lot of fun. Very excited to have her on with this stuff she's been doing lately. Like I said earlier, if you've been following her live tweets, which you should, same username as here, Radix42. You'll see that she's working on a dedicated node system for many coins, many privacy coins, many different projects in the ecosystem. And I think this is a great thing. It's definitely something that's more needed. Right now, we only have Bitcoin full nodes available, the cost of hodl and the nodal and others, Pi builds and so forth. But I think that it is important going forward as crypto and decentralization and stabilization of these networks and ecosystems becomes more and more important, that it's really good for Komodo and Jane to be on the forefront of providing this stability and utility for not only Komodo, but other projects as well. So if you get a moment to jump into her Twitter feed, good stuff going on there, check it out. So that said, most other things for me have been on hold in order to prepare for the Z-commerce stuff and the notary node. And I wanted to ask today anyone's ideas or opinions about the Z-commerce contest coming up, the Z-commerce push for these plugins is going to be very important. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know. I'm going to link a copy of my initial proposal for the giveaway in a second here in Trollbox. And you guys can check this out in a minute. Just looking for it. Anyone have anything to talk about while I'm typing here? Go ahead, get at it. CryptoFist has been extremely busy with working on the game stuff. He definitely wants to move more towards that push on the KMB game side. Very proud of him for wanting to take that initiative. It's a lot of work, a lot of hard stuff. So pretty cool though, guys. That RTS we've done in about a week here is pretty sweet. And I spoke to James this morning. Let me see if I can pull up his exact words about it here. I asked him, I said, do you think Punkster's working on the blockchain side, or is he going to do that after the game is complete? Has he reached out? And James says, he's already got the token support working. Just standard NFT though. Nothing yet on the Rogue 3D. Not sure how easy that will be. So then I talked to Punkster about the Rogue 3D, and his exact words were, he was basically saying it's going to be easy. Yeah, I said, here's the takeaway from James. This needs to be reflected in a GUI version. Maybe it won't be hard to do. Depends on if the GUI can directly display the internal game state. And Punk says, you mean Rogue? He says, that's freaking easy. And I wrote, yes, seems like you think it's easier than he thinks. He wrote, dude, this thing is to keep it simple. The 6 a.m. code works, and we've already got War integrated, and Rogue integration shouldn't be too difficult. So very cool on that end. So hopefully CryptoFist can make a lot happen. I'm very excited. All right, here, let's see here. Oh yeah, check out that Komodo coin. Draith, post it in the chat. Let's get some input on this Komodo coin here. And then I'm gonna post my message here that I've been typing out about the project, the Z-commerce referral program. I'm gonna get some feedback. All right, guys, take a look, read through this thing I just posted. It starts with private commerce everywhere. Let me know what you think. Let me know of ways to improve this referral program that you might have. Let me know of ideas you might have to push this forward, or if you think it's great and that we should proceed as planned. So take a peek through that real quick. I need to go to the bathroom, so be right back. And then let me know your thoughts. Either type it in chat or start talking. Let's get to this, guys. Let's find out what everyone wants to do and what everyone says about it. Draith, what if on the back of the coin, because I do like the idea of established in 2016, we got to put something like, delayed proof of work established 2016, or, privacy protection. I don't know, something. Guys, let's get some hints. It's all right if people don't want to talk. We're not forcing everyone to talk. Y'all can listen or type or whatever. No big deal. Yeah, right? Like, it's like middle of the day. Some people are at work. Some people are, it's all good if people are just listening. That's what we're here for too. Type out some ideas. Let me know what you guys think. I'll be right back. So what do you guys think about that contest? Like, do you guys know any shops that you'd refer it to? Do you guys know anyone you want to work with? Give me some feedback. What's up, Fist? We were just talking good things about you and games for a while. Yeah, very excited about all that stuff. By the way, guys, if you don't know, Crypto Fist did the orc voices for the real-time strategy that we're working on right now. So go take a listen, check the videos out in Dev Games. It's pretty funny, pretty spot on. Right now, Fist, we're looking for responses and ideas to the above promotion that I posted that we're getting ready to release here in the next couple days. And then also the coin images front and back, looking for some feedback on that right now. So if anyone has any ideas or tips or stuff, let's throw them out there. Yeah, so between the two promotions for the Varus and the ARRR, if they complete both sections, actually, let's just talk about one. If they only complete one side of the deal, if they only complete the first portion of the referral, today's value, it's a $22 value. So, I mean, they're basically going to get $22 worth of Pirate and Varus combined for referring the shop. And if they follow up on the second part, they're going to get another $22 basically. So it's not a little mini promotion. It's pretty good. And especially if you consider that this is what our goal is to create utility and usage for cryptos and not to just store it and make money off it. So yes, looking forward to some help when we release this, guys. Keep your eyes open on official channels for it. And if you have any ideas or tips over the next few days on how to improve it, please let me know. Post it here or DM me. Would love to hear from you guys. Exchanges, let's see. Yeah. Trade Ogre will not freaking respond. So I don't know if anyone wants to get back with that. That's fine. Moving on. So Radix has tested and verified that you can trade on BitShares Direct with R. So the next couple weeks when we find time, we'll put together a little guide. But if you're capable and you know how that works, you can go ahead and trade on BitShares instead of CryptoBridge for reasons that may or may not apply to you. So that's cool. We spoke with HotDex. Moko referred it. He said he'd pay a third of the listing fee. It's a low listing fee. They have an interesting trading referral program. Essentially, it's a rewards program, a points rewards, and they give you tokens the more you trade, and then those tokens can be used to trade into other assets on the platform. So, like, just think about building up like gas rewards or something, and then you can use those rewards when you hit a certain point to get something for free. That's kind of the idea. So I thought it was a neat little idea, and it's really not that expensive. It's a half a Bitcoin, and it's a newer DEX. Moto's shilling it. The trading program thing is neat and interesting. Might be something fun to gamify the system for more of our pirates who want to trade. Thought that was kind of neat. So we'll approach that over the next couple days and make a decision on HotDex. In addition to that, I have QTrade. I need to reach out to him today, actually. The guy from QTrade said he would be able to integrate us, he believed. QTrade's a newer exchange. They've got some really good, solid projects on there, like Veo, I really like a lot. And they got some other good projects that are on there. And also, just talking to Eric, they're planning on listing some other good ones. I think being able to get this going would be great. QTrade's also willing to do Komodo to integrate that. So I'm going to follow with them today. Actually, I'll just follow with them right now and find out about Pirate. And I will follow up with Komodo, see if they'll get listed on QTrade. Yes, something I forgot I wanted to talk about. The book Mastering Monero. I don't know who's read this or not. I have just finished it. I finished it in about 2 days. Way to read than Mastering Bitcoin. I enjoyed the read, and it provided me with actually a couple of cool things that I'm going to try and work into Pirate. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but here, let me just pull the book out and I'll go over a few of these. So the Kovri network that they use to obfuscate the IP addresses is actually an open source project, and they're willing and wanting to integrate more and more people in it, because just like Zcash privacy, the more people that use it, the more private it becomes. So on that front, I need to be reaching out. I already spoke to Radix about it, but I want to reach out and see if there's anyone who knows development of this nature. We're going to find someone. It might be Genie, it might be Lido, it might be Radix, not sure. JL, who knows? But at any rate, or anonymal, but at any rate, I'd like to add the Covry network relay through our wallets so that privacy becomes even stronger by masking the IP addresses that transactions originate from. So that would be a nice thing to do. Very excited about that for sure. Also, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the open alias system. Let me pull it up here. Is anyone familiar with that? So basically, it's a way to basically create custom addresses. So instead of having ZS12 blah, 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 you can just write donations.pirate.rr, and someone can send through the wallet to that address and it will arrive in the proper wallets. So, for example, I could create a Fishy Guts alias, and anyone sending me Pirate can send it straight to Fishy Guts instead of using my full address, and I would still receive it to the proper wallet. So the open alias item is something I also want to add to Pirate if possible in 2019. Would be really neat to see that. And people can use pirate names and Captain Blackbeard and go on. It would be fun for people to use also, I think, right? So just a little more of a social value, a utility value, a comfort value, right? These shops who are setting up shops, right? You can set up a shop with your payment address instead of having a wonky payment address. You can have a shop payment address that denotes your shop, who you are, what you are, however you prefer to do that. So you really think that would be a fun thing to add, neat and useful. So we'll be on top of that as well. The reason I'm talking about this book, and I'll just be blunt about it. I was talking to Radix about it a few weeks ago, and she really made a good point, and I've been thinking about it some more. And honestly, like, we aren't competitors with Monero. I think that we are an option, another option. I think that we provide security to the entire privacy coin ecosystem in the sense that there needs to be more than one quality privacy project. If one of them becomes compromised, if Monero or Zcash becomes compromised, then we have no privacy project. If there aren't any other ones pushing the envelope and pushing the borders of what can be and needs to be done. So on that note, I'm very glad to have read this book. Lots of great information in it. I'm going to start passing it around the community. Again, it took me less than 2 days to read. So if we could do some sort of torch as suggested by Altcoin for the Win, would love to torch this book and pass it around to the community and have people read it, understand the privacy ecosystem, and maybe make a comment in the book, in the cover somewhere, make a note, and then pass it on again and just torch this thing around the pirate community, because we want to encourage growth across the whole ecosystem and not just ours. So I know it sounds weird, but we're in it for the long haul. So yeah, anyone who wants to get this torch, DM me your address. I'll mail it out to you today. Custom signed by Fishy Guts on page 1.
Hello, guys, I have a question. What do you think about adopting some good cause for pirates, or something that along some values we value? I mentioned that in off topic yesterday, but I don't know if anybody was thinking similar, just to have maybe on our website some place where we could at least some good causes to support some from time to time.
Love it. We already want to support the Pirate Party of Australia and the Pirate Party political parties. I think that's a great idea. They really line up with our goals. So that's a starting point. Any other ideas, suggestions?
Well, the one I dropped was I recommended to see it because it's a very good documentary, by the way. It was the one about, maybe it's not directly, I just dropping an idea, but the story is about Borneo island, and basically government is putting down some name or the original nation of the place and cutting the jungle out and so on, basically destroying the country. And there is a tribe that is living there, and it needs support. And basically there are some websites that make support for this island. But this is like in general, I see it as the picture people fight for. It's like a pirate thing. like a general idea. So I was thinking that kind of organizations that support such a thing is a kind of let's call it a good piracy, so a good cause that is against a bad government. And I was just thinking it would be good at the same time support such people or such organizations, but of course you need to somehow checked that they are not cheating, just taking the money and throw it somewhere, I don't know. And at the same time you could help these people and also spread the word about pirates, because the modern marketing works a bit like this, that you spread some idea like technology or something, but you also show that you can use it for a good cause. So you know what I mean, yes?
Totally. Can I ask you a question or a favor? Can you put together a handful of projects and look into them, and we will either put it on its own website, like Lutz can help me with that, because I don't necessarily want to put all this directly on the pirate website, right? Does that make sense? Like we don't want to
Sure,
have.
I'm just throwing idea to review. I'm not
Yeah,
thinking
no, I
that
love it. I love it.
I will just make a direct list and this is the only good list. No, I'm not sure if I'm able to make the special list of projects to support and so on. But I think to have a place for that and to have a place where people could submit it. Of course, it's still additional work because someone needs to review it and so on. But I think basically it would be nice to have a few of these, and this could
I
be
agree.
good for both.
I agree. That's why I was asking if you can do it, because I definitely don't have time in the next like 3 months to even work on something like that. I've definitely willing to support it though and help put up a separate website for it. Again, Lutz has been awesome. He can help throw something together real quick. So if Past can't, if anyone else has any ideas, maybe we can put it in the suggestions box and just say, donation possibilities. Suggestions box, list their website, maybe somewhere where we can review the quality of the charity, and then as a team and a community, we can decide who we would or would not want to support. So yeah, it's a great idea, man. Love it.
Okay,
It's just a
I will try.
suggestion box for
I
you
will
guys.
try to. I will try to push it, but I hope that some people will join it. I hope we have some pirates
Oh
from
yeah,
the heart.
we have lots
Yeah.
of philanthropic pirates, lots of people with good ideas and good hearts. Whether or not the ideas are ones we definitely want to support or not, it's really not us is able to submit for their project or their idea, right? So you guys, as a community, can start doing that. Maybe if somebody wants to put together an announcement that we want to support that would be really helpful too. So let me just make a note there too. I like the idea though. Let's keep on that. Very cool. I don't know if you guys know, but does anyone here know Crypto Coin Trader on Facebook? I know we're all about privacy here, but does anyone here know of or familiar with Crypto Coin Trader, Joe Blackburn? So they're doing a really good job with their community, helping people out. I think that's fantastic, especially at the stage that we're at, looking for z-commerce adoption, not having any judgment for people who might not be familiar with what we're working on, and being able to help them and hold their hands through it. They are releasing a new website very soon, new forums, new direct repository for newcomers' information, kind of like 99 Bitcoins, only a little bit easier, I guess, more coin team feedback and so forth, as well as a few advertisements and so on. So I'm really a big fan of talking to these guys. I have spoken to them on the phone about 4 or 5 times to this point. I am on board with their project. I am personally going to fund this year-long advertising campaign on Crypto Coin Trader's new website and their Facebook group. 100 posts a day, people communicating diplomatically and nicely, and it's moderated, so there's a chance to deal with issues and FUD and all that stuff. So it's really a nice site. I like it a lot. I don't like that it's Facebook, but as soon as they told me about the website, I'm like, we're in. I've dropped a couple Komodos on that, and by a couple I mean quite a bit to get that going, but I'm very excited about what's going to come out of it. So if any of you are on Facebook, please support Crypto Coin Trader, check it out, join the group, follow them. And this just goes back to our social media bubbles, trying to escape the bubbles that we end up in every day, talking to the same people, looking at the same followers, that sort of thing. I'm really excited about this notary node election 2 because this will also do the same for us. It'll help us break out of that bubble. We're creating an interesting campaign, a visually pleasurable campaign with Mako's art. People are going to want to click on it. They're going to want to read it. They're going to want to see what we're about. We're going to make it really easy to vote. I think Lynch has the ability to get a QR code voting system going. So if people can use, if they have the Agama mobile and their Vote 2019 tokens show up, they should be able to vote with their mobile straight by scanning a QR code. Just great stuff going on, guys. And it's just nonstop. So Genie should have the solo mining pool done pretty soon here, a couple days. Yeah. What else, everybody? Give it to me. Dun, dun, dun! I know it's in a private channel, and soon we're going to do away with all these. We only have a couple, but the website is being worked on and completed and moving along, and it's looking beautiful. I'm going to post this in Trollbox. I'm going to delete it after today's show because I don't want to leave it out there in the wild floating because, Yeah, the website looks amazing. I'm just glad Webb's healthier and better, man. He went through a lot and hospitals and fudge. I mean, I can't imagine being under that kind of pressure. So he's an awesome dude. I really appreciate his hard work for it. And yeah, he's going to wrap this thing up here pretty quick. Once it's done, any updates, corrections, fixes, please let us know in the suggestions box. I'll move the appropriate ones to the website private channel. And let's give him some patience because he is still working on a lot of personal things too, but he's still finding time to bang out this website. I hope you guys like the way it looks. I think it looks amazing. Yeah, for sure, Fist. The blogger access, I mentioned that to him yesterday, I think, in the press. I'll mention it again. All right. A reminder, I Cosius on the term shitcoin. Doesn't bother me. I think there are some people who just think anything besides Bitcoin is a shitcoin, and that's their loss because they're not going to do 3x on Engine like I did this weekend with that kind of closed mindset. So yeah, the sapling upgrade is done. It just enables the possibility to do it. Perhaps as a miscommunication, low fat, but yeah, we are now on the development stage to be able to provide that. Yeah, sounds good, Fist. I'll write that down right now. Well, guys, I am definitely happy with the things that have been moving, the way things are going. We got that little mini pump last week. Definitely excited about working with Varus Coin on this Z-commerce push. Again, if you guys can read up ahead, back to the chat around 12:15, I posted the long list of our ideas for private commerce. I'll pin that real quick so you guys can go back and read this. Let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions to make this stronger. So looking forward to it. And yeah, you guys have a great week. Anything else that we want to chat about? Also earlier, guys, I had mentioned that, just last thing before we go, that Radix is working really hard on this KMD and Pirate port. This is something that's really going to strengthen Komodo. I think that it's going to offer us more ability and options with Z addresses on Pirate. And again, it's something no one else is doing. And I want to drive some adoption for this. So I want to post this address here. This address in Radio Trollbox is for Radix. This is to donate for the development of the box. So I am sending 500 Komodoshis right now. And if anyone else wants to help Radix out, we really appreciate it. It's not required, but decentralization doesn't happen with companies, and it doesn't happen with payrolls, and it doesn't happen with VC. It happens with supporting communities. And so even if it's just a couple doshis, if you send them over, she'll much appreciate it. So with that said, it's been another great week at Pirate. Looking forward to what else is coming out. And we are going to kick some ass, guys. Look at that. It's the first time I swore this week. I've been working on it. So yeah, let's keep kicking ass.